What's up? What's up?
Yay, I made it home, safe and sound.
Yay!
Michelle left the meeting. Where did she go?
Hey, I don't know. We're going to wait a few minutes for everybody to hop on, and then we're going to get started.
All right. I got 2 people do host a post for me. Yippee!
Yippee!
Anna. Oh. Did you see what I sent you about that other person telling me that cold messaging was not the way to go and this and that? I just sent you. It's like right above the couple questions. That's the first one I got like that. And it just... There she is. What's going on, Michelle?
Not much. What's up?
Hey. Where's Jennifer? Where's Jennifer?
Girl, everybody's got their opinions about how we run our businesses.
Yep.
Don't let it bother you. You do what you got to do.
Because my thing is like, what if somebody hasn't seen my stories? Like, why would it hurt to share and give them the opportunity to know what I have? I just don't understand how cold messaging is a bad thing. Like,
well, I mean, you should be building relationships. Hey, Jennifer, you should be building relationships first and foremost. But, you know, you can't always do that with everybody, especially when you're just starting your network. Like sometimes messaging people you don't know is something that you just have to do. I mean, in the beginning, I only had like 150 friends. I didn't have anybody to message. So I had to start out how I had to start out. And you got to do what you got to do sometimes. So, I mean, it is what it is. Anyway, woohoo! Tina made it to a meeting.
Woo-woo! Not working.
I'm playing with you, girl. You know I love you.
Dude, you know what I did tonight so I could leave earlier? Because I probably wouldn't still have left. Dude, I paid the busser to clean up all my tables so I could go ahead and leave, is what I ended up doing.
Whoa. That's like, right there, girl.
I was like, I got a meeting. I was like, I'm going to pay you so I can leave.
Heck yeah. All right, so we're going to wait just another minute. If anybody else jumps on. Got a lot of cool stuff I want to go over. You guys are ready to take notes. If you're not, grab a pen and paper. We're going to do this thing.
I've got pen and paper right here. My phone's not. See, you got the sparkly notebook. There you go. That's nice. Where'd you put it at, John? Oh.
Also, be taking a quick look at your February calendar. See if you got anything important going on.
Life. Which job? No. No.
What's up, Jessica? Welcome to the party.
Hey, I'm trying to hook up my headphones.
Oh, dude, I would say, man, I think you're going to be yourself on that one. So nice. I wasn't even looking there. I was looking safety, tight end.
So, welcome to the twice a month Thursday night meeting. I'm going to mute everybody and we're going to get started.
Because I know my...
Oh. Sheena and Jolene, leave the phone right there. Don't move it. I don't want to see you freeze. All right. So, first and foremost, drop in the chat, what is your goal for the next 45 days? That can be volume, that can be rank, that can be a paycheck. Just drop it in the chat. I want to know what your goals are. So first and foremost, like if you went to conference, you know how huge it was. If you didn't go to conference, I'm sorry that you missed it. I really hope that you'll come next year. It's crazy, insane. Like I was bawling my eyes out Friday night. Saturday, I was just ready to work. I was ready to go. I was ready to get the dang thing done, and I couldn't leave there fast enough. It's just crazy what happens. But they dropped the new charts, and for those of you that are new, you don't know what the heck I'm talking about, you probably haven't even looked at a chart yet, it's okay. I'm going to show you right quick what it used to look like versus what it looks like now, and we're going to go over how quickly you can succeed. So we're just going to start with this one. Hold on. All right. So with all the new promotions and things, you want to get to Ruby as fast as possible. That is where your $1,000 bonus is going to come in, okay? You get to Ruby, that's an average of 2,000, or that's a minimum of 2,000 volume. It's an average of about $500 a month. Now these charts actually say $599 a month, and that's totally cool because it's totally doable. But it used to look like this. You used to have 5 distributors underneath you. You used to. Now you only need these 3. Okay? So you get your hubby or your boyfriend enrolled for the $20 deal. You get your mom enrolled for the $20 deal. You get your best friend enrolled for the $20 deal. You got your 3 distributors. Now I'm not saying that that's who you have to enroll. I'm just using that for an example. Each of those boxes needs to be 400 volume, and then the rest of the 2,000 can come from wherever. It can come from you, or it can come from those boxes. Either way, they just simplified it. They made it super easy because we used to have 4, 8, 12, 16, 2,000 volume, like just from 5 boxes. Now you can get it from 3. It's still the same amount of volume. So let me make sure. Brittany, you're muted, right? Cool. All right. So this chart just made it a whole lot easier. This was what had me crying Friday night, because let me show you guys what the diamond chart looks like. And this is what I'm after for this month. This diamond chart used to have so many more boxes. You used to have to work twice as hard, and they just made it so much easier for us to make money. Guys, this is why I love this company. They're forever. Like, I've only been in going on 2 years, but they are always dropping something for us. They are for us. They do everything that they can to help us make money, to help us like find new people to make money with, and I love it so much. Anyway, moving on. So the next thing that really had me like pumped up was all the extra training that we're getting. If you have not taken the time to look at your eSuite, guys, there's so much training in there, and they're getting ready to drop so much more. I'm super excited about it because like the training academy used to take hours to go through, and now they've just summed it up, the best parts, the major meat and potatoes of what you need to succeed, and they just made it so freaking easy. If I'm talking too fast, or if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. So I want to talk a little bit about getting your mind right, because this business is legitimately 80% mindset. If you don't already know that, you are going to figure it out really fast. You have to get your mind right. If you're not doing self-development, you need to be doing self-development. I can drop you a list of books if you don't know what you need to be doing self-development with. There's podcasts, there's all kinds of things that you can be doing to like improve your mindset, and that is going to greatly improve your business. I thought it was bull crap. Honest to God, for the first year of my business, I thought it was bull crap. I did not believe that reading a book was going to change my business. I thought it was all about my work ethic. And I quickly found out when I decided to just get my mind right, start reading the books, start listening to the podcast, and just get with the program, I quickly found out that it really is legitimately 80% mindset. When you grow your mindset, you grow your business. So that being said, naysayers are a huge part of where your mindset gets diverted. Your network will always have a few of those naysayers. They're on your comments. They're, "Oh, this crap doesn't work, and I'm so tired of seeing these network marketers," and like they've always got something crappy to say. Okay, guys, it's super simple. Delete them, block them, delete their comments. If they're family, ask them to be respectful of what you're trying to do for yourself. And if they can't do that, delete them and block them too. Guys, it sucks. It sucks, but it's the reality of the situation, okay? Misery loves company, and those people want to keep you down here with them. They don't want to see you go up, okay? So just keep that in mind when you see these comments, because I know a lot of you have been seeing them lately. You see these comments and you hear these people, and you've got the spouse over here. Trust me, I know all about it. My husband wasn't on board until I started making hundreds of dollars every month. And still some days he's not on board. Still some days he's like, you work too hard for what you get paid. But you know what? The more work you put into it, once you get to that rank of diamond, it pays off, I promise you. So anyway, let's move on to fun stuff though. Apparently, and this is something that I honestly have not been able to do, and I don't know if maybe it's just my updates that haven't gone through, or maybe it's just because I refuse to update my iPhone because I'm afraid it's going to slow it down. But there is a way to save, and Jolene is actually the one that told me about it. There is a way to save your host-to-posts to a specific collection. And like, I knew about it, but I still have not been able to do it. So if you have the capability, if you can, give it a try. Apparently if you click the 3 dots on the top of the post when somebody posts it, it gives you the little drop down box. Now mine doesn't give me the option to save it to a collection. It says save, but that's it. And then like it gives me the option to unfollow the post and a couple of other things, but it doesn't give me the option to save. So if you have that capability, hold on. Go ahead, Sheena.
Okay, so I did it, and yes, it only gives you the option to be saved, right? Mm-hmm. You go into that folder and then click it, and then it will give you where to start. You can make a name for that folder.
Okay, cool.
So when you go to the next host to post, when it comes down, it will say save in host to post.
Okay, cool. So you actually have to create a folder for it. Cool. Thank you.
Yep. You're welcome.
All right. So now that we got that out of the way, you know how to check up on your host to post and make sure that you have them all, and you don't have to go searching back through like poor Jolene for months and months and months. Go back through and try to figure out whose comments you missed. You can just do it that way. So let's see, host to post, let me check it. Okay, so Facebook followers, Vicki is not on here, but she brought to my attention something very important, and I want you guys to hear me on this. I want you to be safe, okay? This business opens us up to a lot of people. And I'm not saying this to scare you guys. Please do not let it deter you from running your business. But we are open up to a lot of people because most of us have our profiles set to public. And you want to do that. You want all that attraction. You want people to see what you're doing. You want to bring in new potentials, but you also need to be safe in this, okay? There is a little tab that allows you to see who's following you. Okay, now there has been some things going on, but there's been a lot of human trafficking going on, and I really want you guys to be safe. So if you will go into your friends list on your profile, and I suggest doing this from a computer because so far I haven't run into anybody that's been able to do it from the phone. So go in from your computer, please be writing this down, from your computer to your profile, to your friends list. Excuse me. At the top of your friends list, there are 2 more tabs. One is up here and one is down here, and it's very small. If you click on this one, it will show you your followers as well as who you're following. So if you click on your followers, I want you to do that and go through your followers. And if you can't read their name, block them and delete them. If you do not understand their name because it's in some foreign language, delete them and block them, because there have been a lot of things going on where people are following and then they're watching because we post so much about our lives. We post so much about where we are, what we're doing, who we're with, things like that, that it's easy for us to just disappear. And that was super scary when that was brought to my attention. And knowing that one of our people's customers has gone missing, like that really freaked me out. So I want you guys to be safe. Like, don't be afraid to run your business. Don't be afraid to talk about your life, but just watch your followers. Watch who is following you. So now that we got that out of the way, let's get you a little bit more on social media. I want to challenge you guys to do some lives. Brittany's not able to talk right now, but if she could, she would tell you that things have changed for her, like just so quickly, even in just the smallest amounts since she started doing lives, and it's only been a few days. Don't know these people. Yeah, girl, like be careful. So anyway, lives are huge in this business. It's how you get the algorithms working in your direction. It's how you get more people attracted to you. It's how you find out who your followers really are, like the people who are interested in your business, not the creepy ones, but the ones that are interested in your business, because they're the ones that'll jump on your live. They won't comment on anything that you're doing, but they'll jump on your live real quick, or they'll watch the replay because they want to know what it is that you got to say, and then all of a sudden they're in your inbox. All of a sudden they're on your Facebook page. All of a sudden they want to know what it is that you're using, what it is that you're doing. So doing lives is huge, you guys. And if you're afraid to do it, I understand. If you're you get that heart palpitation and you start shaking real bad, understand that that's normal. I still do that. I've done hundreds of lives now, and I still get the heart palpitations. I still get my chest turns red. Like even now, my chest turns red, my blood pressure goes up. I shake a lot. Like it's normal. We're human. We have nerves. We have anxieties. It's okay. People need to see that. They need to see who you really are. Yes, Sheena, I'm looking at you, girl. I'm looking at you all this time. So anyway, but not just that, like these lives will build your confidence. And once you start building your confidence, your business is going to do so much more as well, because once you're confident about what you're saying, about what you're doing, about who you are, people feed on that. And so they want more of it. And so they'll keep flocking to you, and they'll send people to you, and they'll want what you have, and they'll want to figure out how you gained that confidence. And so they'll be coming to you. You won't have to go out and actively find people. And I'm finding that is like so huge, like company-wide, network marketing-wide. It's so huge doing the lives that people who aren't doing it are the ones that are complaining that they're unsuccessful. The people who aren't doing it are the ones that are saying, oh, well, I can't. But the ones who are doing it are the ones that are not having to go out and rake in people and work twice as hard. And it's just as simple as clicking the button, guys. Gotta stay on track. We only have like 20 minutes left. So signing DTs. I want to talk about signing DTs real quick. Right now, we all have codes. If you don't have codes, those of us who do have codes are willing to share, but everybody should have codes. If you joined the business, ran an auto ship, or made an order in the last 30 days, you have codes. Check your email. But if you don't, that's fine. We can share with you. Signing distributors is pretty simple. If you do a host to post, and I know I sent this out today to a couple of people, but I don't think any of you were actually on that. So if you send out a host to post, you know, hey girl, quick question. Would you mind doing me a favor? Would you post something on your wall for me? Blah, 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 blah. You know, follow the script. If you don't have, if you're unaware of the scripts, drop it in the chat. Let's make sure we get you in the scripts. But anyway, so this host to post isn't actually in the scripts. It's one that I created, and it's just basically, and it's super simple. So all you got to say is, who wants to turn $27 into $3,000 in 90 days? Drop an emoji below. or say I'm in, whatever, however you want to word it, but that's what I've been using. And so many people are like, what is this about? You know, and they want to know. They're curious. How the heck do you turn $27 into $3,000 in 90 days? Like, that's unheard of. So it gets attention. So anyway, I have signed 5 distributors from that alone in the last 30 days. If you think you can't sign a distributor, turn your thinking around. You absolutely can. Brittany found this out real fast. We had a short conversation like a month and a half ago. She said that all her distributors had come to her and that she couldn't sign a distributor. And I gave her a little tidbit, and she went out and within 24 hours she had signed a distributor. So it really is all in your mindset. You can do it. You can sign DTs. You can use that host to post, and it will bring you somebody. If not, think of somebody. Think of 5 people. Make a list of 5 people who you know that need money, like who are struggling on the struggle bus right now, and reach out to them. I mean, they're going to give you excuses. Most people do. They give you excuses, but turn their excuse into their reason, and they will join you. Weekly check-ins and trainings. If you are not checking in on a regular basis with your enroller, which I don't know, I don't feel like there's really anybody on here that's not doing that, but just in case, let me go ahead and say it. If you're not checking in at least weekly with your enroller, you're missing out. There is always some sort of information. There is always some sort of communication that can be had that's going to improve either your way of thinking or what you're doing in your business. So even I still check in with Ashley. I'm sure you've all seen her video, the new distributor training, stuff like that. She is my direct top line, and I still check in with her at least once a week. Awesome, Jessica. That's amazing. Sending screenshots is part of that checking in. If you're not sending screenshots, you're missing out big time. I feel like everybody here should be sending screenshots. Tina maybe has gotten off on the not sending too many screenshots, but that's okay. Calling you out, girl. Also, trainings. We do Tuesday night new distributor trainings. Now it's a one and done, but I highly suggest, because every single time I get on there, guys, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the energy or if it's just like the fact that we're all working together or what's going on. But every time I get on a new distributor training, I'm signing a customer. So I'm highly recommending that, even though it's a one and done and you don't have to, you're not required at all to hop on a new distributor training at least once a month. Because even though they're the same training, every once in a while Ashley switches it up. Every once in a while somebody else will do the new distributor training, and you might be able to pull a nugget from somebody else. You might be able to hear something that you didn't hear the first time. You might be able to feed off of that energy and sign a customer like I do. I don't know. But I'm just suggesting that you at least jump on once a month and do the new distributor training. Plus, it doesn't hurt to stay refreshed on everything and keep it in the forefront of your mind. Before I get to the last part of the meeting and what I really wanted to talk about, if you weren't on the 10 o'clock power session today, we are planning a block party basically for our local distributors, but we're taking it live for all of you who are not here in North Carolina. So we're taking it live. It's going to be huge. Like, we're going to bring the energy. We're going to talk about the products, and we're going to make it so that you can invite all your potentials, distributor or customers, and they can hear it all from us. And so that's why I asked you guys to get out your calendars. We have Saturday the 16th or Saturday the 23rd. I need you guys to drop in the chat what is going to work best for you. Now, if you're out of state, obviously it shouldn't matter too much, but if you're local and you want to bring your distributors or your potential customers, like, we're doing this for you guys. Let me read these things. Ruby, shopping spree. Heck yeah, Jennifer. Ruby, I'll send screenshots. Jennifer, you've been doing really good about sending screenshots. I'm super proud of you, chick. I get so many men requests, I block them. Yeah, Tina, that just kind of happens. I don't even look at them anymore. If it's not a chick's face and a chick's name, I just click delete. I don't even care. Those people, yeah. So much. Okay, cool. So I'm up to date on the chat. So the 16th or the 23rd Saturday is both Saturdays. All right, so let's get to what I really wanted to talk about, and this is effective social media. Now, we have a lot of training on social media. We have a lot of things that Ashley has coached and trained, and other leaders in our tribe have coached and trained. But I want to talk about what I have learned to be the best, and also what the MF CEO suggests. Now, if you guys don't know who the MF CEO is, his name is Andy Frisella. You can listen to him on a podcast. He is absolutely amazing. He is very vulgar, though, and he is to the point, but he is 99.9% right on everything that I've ever followed him on or researched, after hearing it from him. So he has an effective social media podcast. It's number 285. I believe it's his last podcast that he's done, but he probably did another one today because he does Thursday Thunder. But anyway, so effective social media, and here's my notes from that. It's not the number of comments, because a lot of people are like, oh, I only got 5 comments, or I got 125 comments. It's not the number of comments, guys. It's the focused comments. If you post something about your business and then you post a selfie and the comments are mostly, oh, you're beautiful, that's not what you want. That's not effective. So the comments that you're looking for are the ones that are like, oh, well, what is your business about? Or, oh, what is it that you're doing? Like, you want people engaged and asking questions. These are the effective comments that you're looking for. So if you don't have those, then you may need to look at trying to shift what it is that you're saying, or shift what it is that you're using for a photo. You want to talk about where you've been, where you are, and where you're going. This is the number one thing that people do not do that they should be doing that would get people more engaged. So talk about where you've been, what your struggles were in the past, where you are, like, how did you get here? What is your current struggle? What is your current goal? And then talk about where you're going. Like, where do you expect to be in a year from now, or 5 years from now, or whatever. So you want to make sure that you are painting a picture for your audience, so to speak, so that they get kind of a sense of who you are, who you were, and who you want to be. If you also, along with that, if you're educating people, if you're finding things, it doesn't even matter what. You could be telling them how to blow up a balloon. Okay, if you're telling somebody how to do something, if you're educating them on anything, now a balloon might not be the greatest example, but if you're educating them on anything, you're going to get more engagement. So if I'm telling you, and I know I've told several of you this, but if I'm telling you that, hey, creating a schedule that goes hour by hour, mapping out my entire day, has changed everything for me, and this is why, and I give you this list of reasons why, and I give you exactly what I'm doing in my schedule, and I try to give you tips on how to make a schedule that's going to work for you. That is educating you on something, and that gets more engagement. People ask questions. They want to know what you're doing. Now, of course, it can be anything that you want, but you want that engagement. Another way to get engagement and for people to really get a feel of who you are is these few things: honesty, genuine concern, loyalty, and authenticity. Now, I have written, this has been on my desk until I moved my office around. These were the things that I took away about a year ago from a book that basically just it made me feel like this is how I need to be running myself as well as my business. And it's a little, what do you call it, an acronym or whatever. No, that's not what it's called. I can't remember the dang name of what it's called. But anyway, it's the word alive. And so it's authentic, likable, influential, vulnerable, and empathetic. You want me to repeat that? Okay. So if you're alive in your business, if you're alive in your life, you're bringing that life to your people, then you're all of those things, and they will just continue to send more people your way. They will be like, hey, check this girl out. And I found this to be 100% true. I had no idea that certain people were following me. I had no idea that anybody was even engaged in what I was doing in the first 6 months of my business. Like, I really felt like I was just a fish out of water. I had no idea that anybody at all was following me. And then I walked into my local Walmart, and they're like, hey, you're that girl from Facebook. Oh, we love your videos. And I'm like, who are you? Like, had no idea. But it was because, you know, I was being authentic. I was being real. I was being vulnerable. I was scared to freaking death. Like, they all saw me. And because in the first 6 months of my videos, you guys, I was curling my hair, turning bright red, talking about things that I heard on other podcasts or other stuff that I read, but just bringing that education to other people and just like letting them know, hey, this is who I am. This is what I believe. And like, it really did get the engagement. Anyway, moving on. So vulnerability is truth, struggle, and reality. So if you can bring those things in your vulnerability, when you get on a live, if you're talking about something that's true to your life, a struggle that you're going through, maybe you're having a hard time with your student loan debt, maybe you're having a hard time paying your bills, maybe you're having a rough patch in your marriage or your relationship, whatever it is, if you get on and you're talking about these things that are real to you, things that you're struggling with, like, somebody out there is going to relate with you and they're going to keep eyes on you. And that's what you want. That's effective social media. So like, just know that is how you get people's attention. The other thing is that people want to know that there's hope. That is the number one thing that people are after. If you're struggling with weight loss, and I can speak to this because I still struggle. I still struggle with my weight. Like, it is the number one thing. I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, why are you still having a hard time with this? And I have to ask myself that question almost every single day. And I get a lot of flack for it because people don't see what I see. And that's the biggest thing. Like, people want to see what you see in yourself. And then people want, like, they relate to that because they feel the same way. So they want to feel and know that there's hope. So when you get a result, even if you lost 1 pound or you notice one wrinkle disappeared, or you've got 1 day on the books with no nap because you have energy from something, you need to share that. You need to let people know that there is hope, that you can beat this struggle. And that's what they want. And that sells the most. You're selling hope to people. And the other things that you're selling is convenience, time, and attention. Like, people want to know that what you have is convenient. All of the stuff that we have on the go is absolutely convenient. People love it. Like, we can sell it all day long. Time, like, if you're especially with collagen, okay, you guys, like, if you don't know about the collagen, you need to know about the collagen. If you haven't seen my results, go find my results. I just posted them today, as a matter of fact. The collagen is insane. It turns back the hands of time, okay? So, like, people want that. If you can give them time back without physically having to turn back the hands, I'm like, because we ain't figured that out yet. Like, that is what people want. They also want attention. They want to know that somebody cares about them. So if you're giving them attention, or if you're helping them to get a result that's going to draw attention, you're going to sell them all day long. delete negativity. We talked about that kind of already. Any negativity in your life or in your Facebook or in your Instagram is not good. It's not going to help you grow. It's not going to help your network to see who you are, understand who you are. If you've got that negative Nancy in your comments, they're tainting your entire network if you leave that there. Make sure that you're deleting negative comments. And the most valuable understanding of anything on social media or the people that are in your platform or in your network or even in your family. Here's the number one thing, guys. If you remember nothing else, if you don't write anything else down, write this down. It's not for everyone. That's okay. 50% of people say no more than 5 times before they say yes. Do not be afraid of that no. Do not let it discourage you. You guys, you have the ability to change somebody's mind. Show them who you are. Show them what your product is doing for you. That's all they want to see. But even when they've seen it and they still say no, it's okay. It's not a big deal. Move on to the next person. Anyway, so 23. Okay, so the 23rd, Michelle. How about everybody else? The 16th or the 23rd? Hold on, let me unmute you. Go ahead.
I don't know if I have to work.
Okay, well, they're both Saturdays. I mean, we're going to record the live. So it's not like you won't be able to, you can still send your people to it. Does that make sense? Oh, she froze. Okay. So everybody else, drop in the chat real quick. It doesn't really matter. If you're local, that's what really matters, whether or not you can be here. If you're not local, then that's okay. Whatever day is best for you. Here's the idea. The idea is that we get it done before the 23rd or on the 23rd so that everybody has a few days to go Ruby from the volume you're going to pick up. See what I'm saying? So if you're looking to pick up the volume, if you're looking to sign new people, get them to this block party / live that we're doing for you. It should be a really good time. Do you guys have any questions at all? Raise your hand, I'll unmute you. Any questions? Any questions? I have to check where exactly is local again. I'm in Virginia. Jessica, we're here in North Carolina. We're not, I don't know exactly where you are, but we're probably not too far. If you're willing to make the drive, you're welcome to come. And I have an extra room if you want to stay. Any other questions? Sheena gonna drive up?
Yeah, girl, don't get me tempted.
Come on, girl, bring it.
I know, but if I have a banquet, that's my responsibility. So
Yeah. I heard that. All right, so thank you guys so much for hopping on. I really appreciate you being here, taking the time. I know you've got other things to do, but it's super important to connect, at least a couple of times a month. And real quick, 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m., including tonight after this, I am doing power sessions Monday through Friday, 6 a.m., 10 a.m., 6 p.m., 10 p.m. Hop on to any of them that you want. It's the same number. I will always be there, or Tina will be there. Sunday nights at 9 p.m. are the tribe, the whole tribe, like hundreds of us that jump on for Ashley's Zoom. You can get some good tips, tricks, and trainings there. I hear from a lot of the top leaders. I highly encourage you being there. Us getting together as a tribe is a huge thing. You feed off of that energy, you sign more people. But anyway, all right, thanks for showing up, guys, and we'll talk later. Have a good night.